Yo, 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 ladies and gentlemen, Kenji's World. It is 10 to 12 on the 23rd of August, ladies and gentlemen. Kenji's World has made it in one more time, sliding in to home run just before another day finishes. Click, we are back. Thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. It is coming into the end of August. My gosh, time is flying. September's coming in around the corner, and what a time of life. My gosh, how has it been for you? I hope you're all well. Sitting at home, wherever you may be watching this show, I say thank you once again for joining me. I am your host, Kenji Shimada, and welcome to Kenji's World. Today, you know what? I was going to talk about fears, things I'm going through right now, challenges and obstacles that I'm facing, but you know what? Instead of that, I want to talk about overcoming fears. Ain't easy. I ain't perfect. Haven't saying I've done it all, or I've stepped across this boundary of fear and I fear no more. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the more I can step into it, the more I can step into a place where I just own my life. I was just discussing in this online community hangout through this Dent program that I'm doing, Make a Dent. One of the ladies, she was saying that she had been in business for a very long time, and only after like 10-15 years is she at the point where she's saying, I'm going to Argentina for a dance concert. If I can't answer the phone, that is why I'm not stressed. And she's saying that the earlier you can learn those lessons, the better your life is going to be and the more energy is going to flow freely. And I am a wholehearted believer of that. And when I was in Melbourne, I'll never forget this Skate article of, it was talking about how youth is wasted on the young and how young people do not know what it's like to be young. And I ain't old, but I'm 34 now. I'm not the youngest, but I'm not the oldest. And I understand that, and my body and my mind can handle so much more. Not to say I should be up till 12 o'clock at night, but I've been doing a bunch of stuff, and here I am still showing up for Kenji's World, because I know that if I don't do it, I'm going to be a bit shitty in the morning. I'm like, you could have done it. You could have done that thing and cleaned yourself up and got onto it. So I went to another networking event tonight, a Gold Coast Junior Chamber of Commerce event, and it was I was going to say fantastic, but I'm going to keep fantastic for another day because I think it was good. There's definitely elements that still could be better, but it was much more fun to be at than the other chamber event that I went to yesterday. Much more lively. It's a junior chamber, so much more lively. I met someone she's an accountant for Boost, so Evolve skateboards. And I was like, I'ma wanna get me. You wanna sponsor me with an electric skateboard? Cause I do that. I make some videos to Kenji's World. Gonna have to make some videos. Lifestyle, baby. Lifestyle. So it was good. And I'm full circling back to overcoming fear. There's so much of me, of the intensity that I can feel when I am being observed by myself and by others. And when others observe me, I feel like anybody else does, that you feel a bit pressured, or it's a bit intense, or that sensation is quite an intense sensation. You are being seen, and once you are being seen, the inflated self may want to arise to try and cover up these things that you might find as your insecurities or your quote faults. But the problem with doing that is that you're not expressing the true self of who you are. And I'm not saying I'm still perfect, right? In front of this camera is a whole lot easier than in front of a bunch of people, but I think I did it pretty well today of just sinking in and being myself and owning the feeling of I am not a professional just yet. Yes, I'm a general manager at Goldbrick Road, but you know what I have faith in? I have faith in my team. I have faith in the process. I have faith in of what I am doing. And of course, doubt still creeps in every so often. You get this settled, unsettled. But the settling is happening more and more, and I'm just trying to relax and not trying to impress people, because when I try to impress people, it's kind of lame. I'm still trying to listen, but I don't want to be saying the right things all the time. It's so fucking boring. Oh, it's so boring to say the right things all the time. For what? For what purposes? Why should I sacrifice my authenticity just because people can't handle that I believe in God, or that life is beautiful and wonderful, and I don't succumb, or I don't think in terms of social contextual norms all the time? So who gives a shit? People deep down, I believe, don't give a shit either. And they would prefer to be more liberal with their life and more candid, because it's so much easier. So if I could take the lead, and I felt it today, maybe I overstep my bounds here and there, but sometimes 'tis the nature of doing it, of overstepping bounds, or overstepping boundary lines that you might overstep sometimes. And that's a mindful reminder to come back, to be like, oh, cool. There's a difference between disregarding social norms and disregarding care. And I'm not saying I disregarded care. It's just there's other things you can be mindful of. So it was a good experience and a good example of, because people kept asking me, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What do I do? I make sure that every single day I try and be a better human being than I was yesterday. That's what I try and do. Well, that's what I am doing every single day. Success? Who knows? But every day I can't help it. I just want to be a little bit better. I want to be closer to God, closer to truth, closer to my breath, closer to being calm, closer to being, at peace. Doesn't mean I'm always happy, but at peace. And it was quite a nice feeling. I felt very calm. Lots of energy swirling around the place, but not chasing it. I could feel myself feeling like, oh, I should go talk to that person. If the energy pulled me, I was like, yes, I think there's a way that I could go engage with that. Or I'm just going to stand still for a moment and make some eye contact. And once I make eye contact, I say, hey, hello, my name is Kenji. And they say, hey. And it's good because the networking events, so people are there to meet and greet. But it's kind of nice to plant my feet and just stand still. In a lot of areas, was plant my feet, and stand still, and be present, and be honest, and ask the hard questions. And when I say hard questions, it's just a question that you might think is socially not even unacceptable, but challenging, socially challenging question. Or if you think, oh, that's me prying a bit too deep into someone's life, they're the best questions in my eyes. If someone doesn't want to answer it, they don't have to answer it. They don't have to tell me jack shit about their life. But if someone's, awesome, an opportunity for me to speak on something a bit more personal, then how's your day? How's the weather? So that was great. And I felt I got to more things. I felt I understood people a little bit more. And I got to be more cheeky, more fun. And cheeky's good. In moderation. I don't be always cheeky because that's just annoying. But cheeky's fun. And, I got a lot of laughs. I got to be myself. I got to be my silly self, and that was well worth it. And yeah, sure, I'm not making business deals or anything like that, but I'm building relationships. I'm mingling. I'm learning to understand that world again. Oh my god, I got one more minute till it's 12 o'clock, and I've crossed the boundary line of doing Kenji's World in one day. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet. That's it. Get out there. Be yourself. Just breathe. Accept. Overcome. Do those things that make you feel like you, because no one can be like you. And I want you to be like you. I want you to be your annoying self. Not always so annoying, but to a point you're unapologetic, but not to a point where you can't accept criticisms with humility. Because if you are unapologetic, that's great. But if someone's going to pick you up on something, like if I'm saying something and if someone's like, hey, what about this? Or have you considered this? Or what's going on here? Be always open to people's criticisms, and you don't have to take them on board all the time. But I'm just saying, I guess I'm mumbling and jumbling right now, but come back to simpler solutions and come back and never forget that you're part of a system and an ecosystem. You just being a blatantly loud you is okay. Maybe you just need to find your crowd, because I don't want you to stifle your truth or stifle your creativity or your authenticity just to be part of a crowd. I would not recommend that at all. I'm saying be mindful of the world around you, be who you want to be, and engage the world if it pulls you. I walked into a bar, 2 bars today whilst I was working around Burleigh. I thought I'm going to check out the bar scene because I was driving home and I saw the music and the people, and I thought I'm going to check it out. And I walked in, I looked around, and I walked right out. It's like, thank you, nice venue, not for me. I do not need to be here. And it was great that my girlfriend's away. She's doing a girls' weekend. So, I don't want to be dragging my girlfriend into the pub crawl area and going in and leaving. Like, what a waste of time. I think she would love to do that with me. But it's good that I just did that on my own time. So I'm, wasting my own time. Not wasting my own time. And I'm just sitting on a park bench eating an ice cream and enjoying the weather, and then drove home, got ready for the online community hangout, and getting ready for tomorrow again. So tomorrow's going to be Saturday, 25th of August, ladies and gentlemen, 2024. Kenji's going to go hit the markets in the morning, in the AM. Should I do some Instagram stories, some reels? I think I should. I think somewhere there I should do some more reels. Market life. Kenji's world is meant to be more about the stories. So, I want it to be about the peoples, realistically. But then I have to make sure I get permission to film the people, or yada, yada, yada. My whole day takes a little bit longer. But if that's what I like, if that's what I want to do, then you do that, Kenji. Will I do it? I'll have to ask myself the question if I want to do it or not. I'm not too sure. Who gives a shit? Anywho, sleep tight. Be well. Talk to you soon again. Thanks for joining. Peace and one love. Like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you again tomorrow.